Hello friends, welcome to the channel. What if I told you that your child's best habit, one you've nurtured over the years, could be gone in just a second? And yes, you yourself could be the reason. Today, I'm sharing my own experience that may have happened to you, but which you might be ignoring, thinking it's normal. But don't do that. It's about the power of a child's mind. Stay with me until the end, because I'll tell you how I unknowingly broke my 6-year-old son's long-standing habit. We all eat apples. Since we buy them from the market, not from our own garden, washing and peeling them before eating is a common practice. This is not new, everyone does it. We do it too. My 6-year-old son has been eating apples regularly since childhood. Initially, we used to hand him apples after washing and peeling them, but over time, he started doing it himself. This was good, because it was one less task for us. We thought it's good, he was picking, washing, peeling, and eating it himself, which was fine. So far, it's been normal, all kids do this. Over the past few days, I've noticed he's started eating apples without peeling them. So I said to him, "Why are you eating apples without peeling? This is wrong and also count in bad manners." He said, "Dad, you say anything. Nothing happens, apples should be eaten without peeling." I said, "No, this is wrong, and eating them without peeling can be harmful to your health." Then he started saying, "You eat them yourself and then lecture me." I asked him, "When did I eat them without peeling?" He immediately replied, "You ate them the day we went to Ronniket." Oh! I had to pause for a second. He also told me that he'd seen many children eating apples without peeling them in TV commercials and other shows. Then, somehow, I explained it to him. What had happened was that we had gone on a family trip to Ronniket, Uttarakhand. On the way, I bought half a kilo of apples and half a kilo of oranges, thinking we would eat the apples and give the oranges to the kids. That was because, when we left home that day, we had forgotten to take a peeler and knife. On the way, we saw a tap with clean running water, so we washed the apples. We ate the apples and gave the oranges to the kids. The trip ended, and we returned home. It had been almost 5 months since that incident. Since then, Golo had eaten apples almost every day, and always washed and peeled them before eating. We also peeled them before eating. But in the last few days, he had started acting this way, and when we asked him, he reminded us of an old incident that happened just one time. Imagine what children's minds are like and how they learn. This happened because, that day his belief, that apples should be peeled and eaten had weakened a bit, and after seeing the advertisement, the belief that apples can be eaten without peeling became stronger. Thus, the good habit we had instilled in him through years of daily practice lost its validity. This is just one example. Children learn something every day, and most of all, they learn from us. They always place greater value on what they learn from our actions. What can you do in such a situation? You have 3 correct paths. 1. You can either impose a strict discipline yourself and follow it strictly, but this is practically impossible. The second way is to explain to your children in a practical way why you had to do something. If possible, explain it to them at the time of doing something. Or third, strike a balance between the 2 approaches, which is more practical. I explained to Golo that we were on tour that day and didn't have the means to peel them, so we had to do it that way. And that I had bought those oranges for you so you wouldn't have to eat the apples without peeling them. He asked, "Why did you eat them without peeling them?" So I said, "Son, we're adults, and our intestines are stronger than children's, and sometimes we can digest such food better, but that's not the case with children." While this isn't entirely true, I did it anyway. And how else could I have explained it to him? So friends, the takeaway for us is, we should model what we want our children to be like in our own lives, and, when necessary, we should explain it to them with truth. This was just one example of how children learn. If you too want to develop such a strong and positive bond with your child, it's important to understand what an authoritative parenting style is. In one of our video, authoritative parenting is discussed in detail, where you can learn how the right balance of love and rules can help your children become confident and successful. See you in the next video. Thank you.